All right, everyone, it's Dr. Parcell. We're back in week 9. We're going to look at micro lecture number 5 in ALEKS. Okay, so you probably saw in the announcements that questions 1 through 4 in ALEKS, you should use one area chart, and for questions 5 through 10, you're going to be using a different area chart. So just be aware we're on question 5. So questions 1 through 4, you used a different area chart. Not quite sure why the curriculum has us switching area charts, but we're going to try to just be patient and roll with it. Okay, the average cost for 2 people to go to the movie is $21. The standard deviation is 4. Assume the cost is normally distributed. Find the probability that at any given theater, the cost will be more, so greater than $23 for 2 people to go to the movies. Okay, so I put some steps on here, but I also want to kind of draw this out for you too. Okay, so we know that area under the curve, there's 100% or 1, right, underneath this curve. Our z-scores fall right below, so there's 0, 1, 2, 3, and -1, -2, -3. Okay, so most data falls right around the average here. Now, normal distributions don't care about movie theaters and $21, so we have to convert 23 to a z-score. So how do you convert it? So the z-score converter is x minus x bar over standard deviation. So in your ALEKS program, it'll say value, which is the x, minus your mean, which is x bar, over your standard deviation. Okay, so all you're going to do is do a subtraction and a division. So we're going to try to convert, this data, this $23, to where it would be on this normal curve. So the value that you want to convert is 23 bucks. We're going to subtract out the average, and we know the average cost they put up here is $21. We want to divide it by the deviation. How far does it usually stray from the mean? And that's about $4. So you're going to have 2 over 4, which is a z-score of 0.50. So 0.50 is right here. Okay, and they're saying more than. This is where your $23 is, right here. So more than means, let's use my shading tool here, means they want to know this piece right here. What are the chances that 2 people go to the movies and it would cost them more, right, than $23? So that's this piece here. So that's the question that we need to figure out. What's that area? We know that if it was right here, it'd be 50%. So it's a little less than 50%. So once we have our z-score, then we can go to our area chart. Now the area chart that we're going to be using is this guy right here. So this area chart is a little different than the chart you use for questions 1 through 4. So this shows area from the center to the z-score, okay? So ours is 0.5. So here's our center, here's 1, here's 0.5, right? So it's going to give us from here to here. So 0.50 is an area of 0.192. So that's right here, 0.192. So think about that as 19%, okay? Now, we know that if this is 100%, this whole thing is 100%, then half of it is 50%, right? So we need to figure out, because they're asking that it's going to be more than, remember this is $23 here, which is the same as 0.50. So we're looking at more. So more would be this piece right here. So all we're going to do is find the difference between 50% and 0.192. So if you take 0.50 and subtract out 0.192, that should give us the chances or the probability that at any given time that you're going to pay more than 23 bucks for 2 people to go to the movies. So if you do 0.5 on your calculator, let's see here, 0.5 minus 0.192, that's going to leave us 0.308. So the chances are a probability of 0.308 or a 30% chance. That's what's here, right? That's 30% in that purple right there. I think your answer, they're going to want the 0.308. Let's go back and check because I think, yep. So I kind of copied from Alex. And yes, 0.308 is what they're looking for. And they're looking for us to probably give it to them as the 0.308. Remember, this is the 0.192 right there. Okay. All right, I hope this micro lecture helped you. We'll see you in the next one.